Hey everybody, Mike Dukes here. I am with Bree. 3 guesses what this guy's name is. Bernard? No. Samson? No. The Rock? No. His name is
Meathead.
Meathead. Oh yeah. And if you think that's just a horrible name, no, he's kind of a big goofy goof. Yeah, it kind of fits. What do we know about Meathead?
Meathead came into us on July 21st as a stray. We held him for a stray period. No one came in for him. So we did name him Meathead. We estimated his age to be about 1.5 years. He's a super, super sweet dog. Since he's been with us, he's obviously very, very people friendly. He has absolutely no problems, men, women. He's just happy as long as you're petting him or if he can just literally lean up on you and put all of his weight on you. But since he's been with us, we also have got him out with other dogs. Actually, one of our playgroup rock stars, Sasha, who just got adopted yesterday, they did great together. He loved her, and he's been out with some male dogs as well, and he does great. Usually he's on his back, and he doesn't even care, and so he's very submissive with them. And so we would probably send him with dogs his size or larger. Probably no cats or small dogs. But overall, I mean, as you can tell, he's just a goofy guy. When he comes out in the yard, he has about maybe 5 or so minutes where he wants to run around and kind of jump and be a little wild puppy. That's huge. And then he's just like this and just wants to hang out with you and look at stuff and play with his toy. Loves treats. Does need still some training. He knows sit, but he needs some obedience with jumping and things like that. We did get him neutered, so his fee would still be $120, but he would be able to go home same day. So it includes his neuter, microchips, vaccines up to date, and a little bag of food of what he's been eating, and a free wellness exam from the vets as well. So he's a great dog. Whoever gets him, I mean, he's going to be a fantastic, fantastic dog. He just wants to be with you, and as long as he's with someone, he's happy. So, and we haven't had a problem with him since he's been with us.
He's one of the ones, every time I walk by here, I had to stop and talk to him and pet him. So I was, kind of happy when he was the one that we were showcasing today. I get the impression that he was probably, I don't know. I mean, he looks healthy, but just his balls, he doesn't really know what they are.
Yeah.
The squeaky toys he kind of likes, but like she said, treats are where it's at. If you've got a pocket full of treats, he's your new best friend. And he's deceptively, he's not that big, depending on the angle that you're looking at, but his head is huge. And he still thinks he's a puppy, because he'll want to sit in your lap and doesn't quite realize that his head alone would fit in your lap.
Yeah, and when most people come in, he can look a little scary, and okay, probably a lot scary to some people that don't know him in his cage, because sometimes when people come in, all the dogs get barking and worked up, so he'll be barking. You see this big, beefy guy barking in a cage, you're like, I don't know about that. You get him out, and yes, he does have that little wild moment where he's just a large puppy, which really means he just wants to run around and play with you, and then just turns into the most lovable, sweet, just big teddy bear. He's just a big teddy bear is what he is. And like he said, he was in great shape when he came in. Whoever did previously have him, they took great care of him. He was a good weight. He had a great coat. So he was definitely well taken care of. And well, you could tell he was definitely cared for, whoever had him before.
But his general look, if you do adopt him, Teddy, for teddy bear, I think would be an apt name. Got the kind of the color of the teddy bear, got that big old head.
Yeah.
Once you start rubbing on him, he flops down like a teddy bear. It kind of fits.
Yeah, I mean, we've been out here, and he has flopped down sometimes so hard that, I mean, it had to have hurt, but it just doesn't even affect him. It's like he feels just nothing. He's like, no, just flop down here on this concrete. It's fine. I'm a big boy.
Yeah, delicacy is not his forte at all.
Yeah, it's a good boy.
I can foresee him walking through the house deciding, I'm going to lay right here, and then just kind of, bam! So you might hear some booms in your house maybe when he lays down.
Or when his tail wags, when he gets excited, he could probably clear a table. Yeah.
But he's a great dog, and looks can be deceiving. If you walk by, if he's barking, just the size of the head, you're gonna be like, man, that's a mean. No, he's not mean. Not at all. Big baby, yes. Mean, no.
Yeah, I don't even think he knows what mean is. Like, it shocked us because some of us were like, when we get him out with other dogs, it can be scary. We muzzled him at first because being a large dog like that, if he didn't like the other dogs, it could have gone very badly. So we muzzled him to start off, and we were all, there was a lot of us that were just shocked by how he did. It was amazing to see that he would actually literally go into the middle of the yard, just flop down, and he's like, all right, come love me, to all the dogs. Like, yep, it's fine. Probably, I don't know how many they had in there with him at one time, but he had at least a couple at once, and he was fine with them.
And actually, that brings up a really good point. These play groups that we have now are a godsend, because without the play groups, there's a really good chance we wouldn't know how great of a dog he is, because you're going just by appearance.
Yeah. And a lot of things, too, that the play groups have helped with, a lot of dogs in their kennels, like Meathead, they're barrier reactive. So if another dog has walked by his kennel, it does appear that he is aggressive, like most dogs do. They'll bite at the cage. It's a barrier reactive thing. He's protecting that space that he is in. So without having these play groups, we would have thought, oh, man, he doesn't like other dogs. But being able to take him out and actually see him interact with the other dogs in a safe, controlled environment is not only helping him, but several of the other dogs that we have here, including Sasha, who got adopted, which the play groups helped her. A lot of them get depressed and they get upset that, this environment, some dogs are like, oh, it's fine, but other dogs being here a little bit, it gets to them. So having these play groups when they can come out and just have a great time and know that there's a place that they can just kind of unwind is really nice for them. So, and even one time, Sasha had got out of her cage and she ran right to the pins that we do for play groups. So you can tell it's making an impact on the dogs when they literally have a choice of running away or running to play with their friends, and they choose to go with their friends. So it really moves you when you see that just a little bit of work and attention that these dogs need can really blossom them into the amazing dogs that they are. So.
I know, soapbox time. Certain Facebook groups are now banning people for trying to put up surrendered or sheltered dogs. You claim you don't know what these dogs' temperaments are like. These play groups, trust me, we have a very solid idea. So there's far, far, far fewer surprises involved. Don't underestimate the capacity of love that these dogs and cats have just because they're in a shelter. Yeah, like she said, barrier reactive. That's their little territory. They're protecting that. So, yeah, they probably will bark when something walks by. That's just nature. You get them out here in these play groups, though, and we can see 2, 3, 4, 5 dogs just having a ball together. It's a spectacle to see.
It makes for a happy, healthier stay here, too. And because the dogs, before play groups, we had dogs barking nonstop. And when we were first started the play groups, we were getting them out almost every day, and it was amazing because the shelter was silent, and it was almost scary because we were like, where's all of our dogs? They're just sleeping. They were just so exhausted from playing with their friends that they're actually relaxing. So it helps them. They actually are viewed better because they're not being crazy, jumping all over the kennels. Because the volunteers walking them, it's a tremendous help. But the dogs also, just that being able to be free in there and playing with other dogs where they can be a little rougher. Because we have different groups, like our Rough and Rowdies, which he is in. They just kind of flop their bodies together on the ground. But doing that together it does so much for them. And it's amazing that we get to do it. And hopefully with things coming up, we'll be able to get some volunteers involved in that as well, so we can do play groups more often with the dogs, and it'll be a lot better for the dogs in the end.
Dogs being dogs is a wonderful thing. And speaking of which, dogs, what's great for dogs in October? Barktoberfest, and that's coming up. What is the date for Barktoberfest?
That's October 7th. And if you have never been, it's a great event. You should definitely check it out. If you have been, definitely come back again. We'd love to see you. But even if you don't have a dog, even if you just want to come and support us, do that too, because it's great to just see all the dogs and cats that are in the costumes and just supporting us in these animals. It's really a big help to us, all of these fundraisers that we do, and Barktoberfest is one of the ones that we look forward to because it is one of our biggest fundraisers. So we hope to see a lot of people out there, but like I said, if you haven't gone out there, definitely come because it'll help a lot of dogs like Meathead and our cats. So, in our new building. So anytime you want to donate, if you can't make it there, definitely come in. Even if you just want to take a look around or you want to volunteer, anything that you can do to help out will help us and the animals in the future. So we'll take any help we can.
But it's going to be a great time. Multiple contests, a 5K walk, vendors, lots of dogs and cats just to pal around with and see. I mean, maybe you're thinking, okay, I would like to adopt a dog. I'm not sure what breed. I mean, do you want go purebred route? Do you want something meaty like Meathead? It's a great place to go because you have all these friendly people with their animals who are more than happy to, you know, talk to you, give you an idea of what's in store if you get this size dog or this size dog. Everyone's really friendly, and it's just a great time.
Yeah, and there's always great vendors there too, and it's just a blast. It really is. I know my first time I went there, that I was shocked because there was actually like a bobbing for hot dog station. I thought that was the coolest thing. But yeah, there's so many fun things to do that involve you and your dog, and it's nice to be able to do those things together with your dog and spend a day, and the dogs get to hang out with each other. So it's a really cool event to be a part of.
So check out the Kokomo Humane Society website, Facebook page, Instagram. Find all the information you need. If you're going to do the walk, you're going to want to get sponsors, right? I'm sure you are. You're going to want information on that. Hit those sites up. And more than anything, come meet Meathead. Doesn't that just roll off the tongue? Meathead? A little bit? Okay, look at that size of that head. Now imagine a little clown hat. Huh? Think of the possibilities. Barktoberfest. He'd be awesome.
Yeah, he would make a great... I feel like he would even make a great Hulk. Dress him up as the Hulk.
Yes, do this, do this. All right, so come meet Meathead. We've got a lot of kittens, cats, dogs, all looking for forever homes. Come meet them all, bring them outside, hang out with them, come to Barktoberfest. Lots of fun to be had. We'll see you next week.